Hardline will not be a replacement for Battlefield 4, says LA DICE producer. Assassin's Creed Rogue will come to the PC, and Rainbow Six Siege will run at 60 FPS on all platforms. All of this and more today on Debrief. Will Battlefield Hardline, the shiny new baby from Visceral, coexist with its slightly brain-damaged big brother, Battlefield 4? Absolutely, says DICE LA producer David Sirland. That's the point, he says. He goes on saying Hardline is a different kind of flavor of Battlefield, not a replacement, but a different flavor. David Sirland also reassures us that Battlefield 4 will be heavily supported during the next couple of months leading up to the release of Battlefield Hardline, and will keep supporting it during Hardline's life cycle. He also stated he didn't have any more details to share about the end date of Battlefield 4 support. He did, however, suggest that it was rather going to depend on the active player count going into the next year. Now, I'm sure that all of you know how I feel about Battlefield Hardline and how much I'm looking forward to it. And I am aware that many of you good folks aren't exactly happy about Hardline, so instead of beating that dead horse, let's all focus on putting this little horsey to sleep. Assassin's Creed Rogue. Which one is that again, you ask? Well, I haven't the slightest clue, but what I do know is that the PC version is announced and the title will be available early 2015 on PC. And if we're lucky, the game might even be locked at 24 frames per second. This time to achieve the ultimate cinematic look. A game who will, however, run at a decent frame rate is Rainbow Six Siege. The much anticipated title will run at 60 FPS on all platforms, however, they haven't revealed any sort of resolution to go with that delicious frame rate. And I'm quite surprised, to be honest, especially considering how amazing the game looked at E3, but then again, Ubisoft does have a way of visually enhancing their games during gameplay reveals. But with all that said, I am very much looking forward to the title, and if you are as well and would like to watch 35 minutes of gameplay kicking yourself in the teeth because you can't play the game yet, click the link in the description. Now let's move on to the last segment of the show. Let's get into some quickie news. The Evil Within just got released today, and the first reviews are already hitting the internet. So far, the game has received mixed reviews, but for the most part, they all seem to be fairly positive. Now, I myself will be streaming the game onto my Twitch channel over the next couple of days, so come and say hello, come hang out, and come see what the game is all about. Resident Evil will soon have its own TV show, because 5 movies just wasn't enough to kill that horrible movie franchise. The TV show will launch sometime after the 6th and final installment of the movie franchise, and it is currently unknown what story the TV show will follow and who will star in it. Speaking of dying franchises, Call of Duty! Advanced Warfare will not feature any quickscoping, promises Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer's Michael Condrey said they've worked very hard on class balance that will leave a lot less room to exploit auto-aim and diminish the semi-realistic nature of the shooter. Semi-realistic? Really? You want to see realistic? How about Star Citizen with its mind-blowing visuals and its even more astonishing game mechanics? Chris Roberts recently showed off how it would look to land on a planet, and let me tell you folks, it looks absolutely amazing. This footage will make you poop your pants off for days to come. That's how impressive it looks. Definitely worth checking out. I will leave a link to the video in the description down below. Well, that about wraps it up for this episode of Debrief, folks. I thank you for watching. Hope you liked it. If you do, don't forget to leave a like on the video, and of course, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and if you feel the need for Debrief as much as I do. This has been Dolce for Debrief, and I'll see you in the next one.